Cynthia, I was shocked when I saw your place today. It's such a mess. How do you even live like that? I went ahead and cleaned it up for you. There were mountains of useless stuff, so I got rid of everything. I can't believe how much junk you had. Now it's actually livable, so you should be grateful. Isn't it common sense to keep your house clean as a wife? You'll be shamed if people see that. Oh, and those boxes you were keeping? Total garbage and definitely needed to be thrown out.
Wait, what? You came into my house?
Of course. I have a spare key, so why wouldn't I? My son must be embarrassed having such a lazy wife, so I was just helping out.
So you're saying you just walked in without my permission? Why did you do that?
Well, you looked busy, and I thought I'd be helpful since you clearly couldn't manage. It's a problem that you can't keep your home in order.
I appreciate you trying to help, but please don't touch my things. And those boxes I was keeping? What exactly did you throw away?
And those boxes? They were full of old photos and letters. You're not using them anyway, so I just packed them in trash bags.
Those are important memories to me. Why didn't you check with me first?
They didn't look important. If something's been sitting around for years, it's basically trash.
I'll decide what's necessary, not you. And entering my home without permission is a total invasion of privacy.
Oh, calm down. As a wife, keeping the home clean is your responsibility, and I was just helping. You should be grateful.
Grateful? You want me to thank you for throwing away my precious belongings?
If they were so important, you should have taken better care of them. They were just lying around, so of course they looked like trash. Anyone would have done the same.
Stop it. No matter how you try to justify this, what you did is completely inappropriate.
Inappropriate? I was just thinking of my son and his wife.
If you really cared about him, you wouldn't have thrown away my personal things. This is just pure self-satisfaction.
I didn't think you'd be this upset. But the room is clean now, so it's all good, right?
This isn't about the cleanliness. You've ignored my privacy and feelings, and I won't tolerate it anymore.
You're being so dramatic. But without me, my son can't manage his wife, so I should be appreciated.
I've heard enough. Regardless of what you think, I'm not letting this go.
Cynthia, you're probably working late again, right? Still at the office? How can you neglect your husband like this with all this overtime?
No, I actually just got home. Work finished up earlier than expected, so I might have a bit of a breather. By the way, do you know where Andrew is? The house was completely dark when I came home, and I couldn't reach him. I'm worried. I've looked everywhere, but he's nowhere to be found.
Oh, you're home earlier than usual. I figured you'd be late today, as you always are. He's with us right now. It's kind of like a surprise. We're all at this fancy steakhouse. We managed to get a reservation. It's a place we rarely get to go, so we're all super excited.
All of you?
Oh, I mean, I'm not trying to exclude you or anything. It just happened at the last minute. You're usually so busy with work, right? I felt bad about inviting you when you'd probably be exhausted. Plus, I figured you wouldn't be home until late. But wow, you're home so early. What a surprise. Well, I'm sorry. I should have asked you.
I got off early today. Actually, it's our wedding anniversary, so I was hoping to celebrate with Andrew. I didn't make any fancy restaurant reservations, but I was thinking we could have a small celebration together.
Oh, really? Wait a minute. No way. Looks like he totally forgot about it. How could he forget something like this? But isn't he cute? It's part of his charm, you know.
But we definitely talked about it just a few days ago. He seemed excited too.
Oh, really? He forgot about that too? He's a bit spaced out, you know. Anyway, men just aren't good at remembering these details. Don't worry about it. You can celebrate big next year. We're having fun now, so don't stress. He always forgets unimportant things.
Unimportant things?
He's always been adorably forgetful. Such an airhead.
I see. If he forgot, I guess that's just how it is.
There's always next year's anniversary, right? You can celebrate it then.
Right. So when are you guys planning to wrap up? Would it be okay if I stopped by?
No. I mean, didn't I just say this is a family thing? If you show up in the middle of our get-together, it'll totally kill the mood.
Oh, really? It's a bit disappointing, but if that's what you say, I guess I have no choice. But I heard Sarah is getting married and I'm genuinely happy. I want to congratulate her in person.
Oh, right. But honestly, I couldn't care less about that. I'm actually wondering why you'd even bother mentioning it.
Oh, geez. I understand your perspective. I'm sorry if I've made you uncomfortable.
This isn't about being uncomfortable. I'm happy she's finally getting married. I finally feel a weight lifted off my shoulders. She was about to turn 30, so it was really down to the wire. As a mom, I was seriously stressed about this.
Down to the wire? What do you mean?
Oh, come on. A woman being single past 30 is totally embarrassing socially. You have no idea what people say behind your back, you know.
You think so? I don't really think about it that much, but that's how you see it.
Absolutely. Oh, it's so shameful. You can't even imagine how people look at parents with daughters who are leftover. But hey, at least she made it just in time. So glad she's getting married before turning 30.
The wedding sounds like it'll be lovely. Are preparations going smoothly?
Oh, yes. We're actually in the middle of discussing wedding details right now. Figuring out seating arrangements and where to place family members is such a hassle. I'm planning to introduce you properly to the other family. Her partner is really eager to meet you.
Me? Why?
He heard you work at a major corporation and is totally starstruck. Apparently, he once had an interview there but didn't make it. He still admires the company and really respects you. He might bombard you with questions when you meet, so be prepared to answer.
I just happened to get in.
Oh, stop being so modest. You should brag more. Why do you think I approved of you?
Wait, is it just because I work at a big company?
Like, what else do you even have going for yourself? Cynthia, are you out of your mind? What are you even thinking? I can't make sense of this. Is this true?
This? What are you talking about? Is there something I haven't told you?
I heard you're planning to quit your job. What on earth are you thinking?
Oh, that. Where did you hear about it? I specifically asked Andrew not to tell anyone. I can't believe this got out. To be honest, I'm a bit shocked.
Who cares who I heard it from? What matters is whether you're really leaving your job. Please, tell me you're not thinking of becoming a housewife now. I absolutely won't let that happen. Are you planning to live off Andrew's salary? You know that's completely impossible. Wake up and face reality.
I have no intention of becoming a housewife. I'm just looking to challenge myself and considering a job change.
A challenge? Why are you thinking about this now? Your current company is a top-tier international corporation that everyone knows about. With such great salary and benefits, I can't understand why you'd want to leave.
I'm not leaving because I'm unhappy. I just want to take my career to the next level.
If you're not unhappy, why leave then? Is the next company even bigger? If the compensation is better, that might be different.
No, the next company isn't as large or well-known as my current one. But I'm attracted to the work I could do there, not the company's size.
You're moving to a smaller, unknown company? Ugh, I can't believe it. Aren't you just taking a step backward in your career?
It might seem small, but I believe this company has huge potential. I see it as a place where I can continue growing and looking toward the future.
You can't make such a big decision based on just your own opinions. You're married. You need to be more careful.
For me, this is a carefully considered decision. I believe it's important to jump into a place that will challenge me rather than staying complacent.
What are you talking about? This is ridiculous.
but it's such an exciting company. While it might not have the history or scale of the current one, I believe its future potential makes this move not just okay, but potentially a breakthrough.
You should absolutely stick with your current job. Don't go to some unknown company. We absolutely oppose your job change.
We? Not just you?
The entire family is against this move. Andrew and Sarah both agree. We're completely against it.
Hold on. Why are all of you so invested in my job change? I understand Andrew's perspective, but why are you and Sarah so concerned?
It's such a waste to leave your current job. Sarah and I are opposing this for Andrew's sake. If you make the wrong life choice, he'll be the one suffering.
That may be true, but I'm not trying to lower our quality of life. This job change is meant to be a step up.
But aren't you lowering the company's level, like in terms of how society perceives it?
Not at all. They're both good companies, just with different opportunities. I want to test my abilities in a different environment.
No, absolutely not. Why would you take such a risky path? If you were single, fine. Challenge yourself all you want. But don't forget you have a husband. I can't let you do something that might jeopardize his life. You're a wife. You should respect your husband's family's opinion. Once you're married, you need to avoid risky actions. Do you even understand what being married means?
But if it goes well, my income might actually increase.
But you can't guarantee that, right?
Well, I can't.
See? I told you it's absolutely not happening. Just maintain the status quo. Andrew is already perfectly satisfied with the current income. Please don't make him anxious.
But I have dreams I want to pursue. My current company can't help me achieve them. Plus, I want to change my work environment. Right now, I'm so busy I can't spend time with Andrew. Even when you guys go out to eat together, I'm often the one who can't join.
Your dreams are irrelevant. Your feelings don't matter at all. Nobody even wants to spend time with you.
Oh my God, what are you saying?
Don't drag Andrew and us into your pointless desire to challenge yourself. Sarah is about to get married too. If you fail at this job change, we'll all be embarrassed. You were supposed to be my proud daughter-in-law working at a famous company.
I'm not working just to be your bragging point.
Cynthia? Where are you? Today is Sarah's wedding.
I'm skipping it.
What? That's absolutely not allowed. Your family, even as a sister-in-law, you have to attend the wedding.
We're not family anymore. I'm divorcing Andrew. I've already hired a lawyer.
Excuse me? Are you serious?
I've been thinking about this for a long time. This isn't an impulsive decision, but something I've carefully considered.
What's wrong with my son? Tell me. I'll make sure to communicate everything to him. Tell me without holding back.
He has his issues too, but you, Amanda, are the primary cause. If you reflect on your past behavior, you'll understand. You just called me family earlier, right? But I have no memory of ever actually being treated like one. I've always been on the outside. Even during family outings, I was rarely invited. Not only was I hurt by that, but each time you go out of your way to emphasize the phrase as a family. Wasn't that just another way of saying you're not family, so we're not inviting you? I've never experienced such humiliation.
I didn't mean to leave you out. I just thought you were always busy and tired, so I didn't invite you.
I was indeed busy, but I always tried to make time. Deciding I was too busy without even noticing my efforts shows a complete lack of consideration. That's why I considered changing jobs, to spend more time with everyone. But what did you say? No one wants to spend time with you, right? When I heard that, everything became clear. You never intended to accept me as family from the start. It was painfully obvious to me.
No, that wasn't what I truly meant. I just said it in the moment. I don't really feel that way.
Even if you say that now, it's a fact that won't disappear for me. I can't tolerate being treated not as family, but like an accessory to boast about.
That's not true. I really do consider you family. I just didn't express it well enough.
That's just an excuse. Actions tell the whole story. I just wanted to feel valued.
Oh, come on, you're overthinking it.
The same goes for the job change. What matters is having a wife working at a famous big company, right? Completely ignoring my own will. I didn't join a big corporation for you. Why should I be dictated to about my own life?
I didn't mean to dictate anything, but I apologize if I made you uncomfortable. But isn't it a waste? Isn't being at a good company just about stability? You're in a position everyone looks at with envy. Is changing jobs worth giving up that stability?
I'm not talking about quitting to become a freelancer. The company I'm hoping to join is a legitimate public company. Changing jobs doesn't mean becoming unstable. But you're fixating only on brand reputation. Your perspective is so narrow.
Oh, calm down. Don't get so angry. Stop blaming everything on me.
This is getting ridiculous. The main reason for the divorce is you. Of course, Andrew has his faults too. He never once stood up for me or protected me. So he's equally guilty.
Wait a minute. Can't we have a family discussion? Besides, today is Sarah's wedding. It's a joyous day. Let's set aside your anger and celebrate her new beginning.
Oh, I forgot one more thing.
There's more?
Apparently, Andrew has been secretly giving away my savings to you without my consent. I can't believe it. My hard-earned savings being used without any consultation. I was told the wedding expenses were also paid from that. When I found out, I was speechless and couldn't control my anger. We're supposed to have separate finances, so why did this happen? I need a clear explanation.
I've heard nothing about this. But come on, when you're married, isn't it normal to use money as shared property?
Even if it's shared property, it's clearly wrong to use it without asking me first. And I can't believe money was being moved around without me knowing. The occasional family dinners you went to, you were probably using my money for those, weren't you? Every time you guys enjoyed eating out, money was being pulled from my account. That account was for savings, so I didn't check it often. But I recently noticed some strange activity. Why was my money being used for eating out? I wasn't even invited to. If you thought that was normal, that's a huge problem in itself.
Calm down and let's talk this through. Maybe there's some kind of misunderstanding here.
There's no misunderstanding. I've checked the facts, and you'll be returning the money you used without my permission as compensation. That's just basic accountability.
Compensation? For what exactly?
For the emotional distress you've caused me. You made me work while you indulged in luxury with my money. Do you understand how humiliating that is for me? And I also know that Andrew has been cheating and using my money on the other woman. Thinking about how that money was spent makes me feel more disgusted than angry.
What are you talking about? I had no idea about this.
Your son has been having an affair with a coworker for years. I only found out recently, but he's been betraying me all this time. You must have known something about it, didn't you?
I didn't know. I swear I didn't know anything about this. That's something he did on his own.
But don't you think your constant arrogance toward me encouraged him? He probably thought he could get away with anything and acted however he wanted. He thought I wouldn't find out, and he's been running wild for years, but it's all over now. This situation isn't going to continue any longer. From here on, this is the beginning of the end for all of you. So you better be ready.
I'm sorry, Cynthia. There are so many things I need to apologize to you for. Since then, we've had a long discussion as a family. We've made you go through so much pain, haven't we? We all want to apologize to you. So please, come back to us. Where did you even go?
To my new place, of course.
When did you even start looking for a new home?
That's none of your business, but just pay the compensation. You've heard from my lawyer, haven't you? About how Andrew was cheating with a coworker and how Sarah used my money for her wedding? If you return my money, I might consider forgiving you.
But you're still divorcing, right?
Of course I am.
Can't you reconsider that? Please. This whole mess is ruining Sarah's marriage. Her husband's starting to lose trust in her.
Well, when the bride uses someone else's money for her wedding, it's only natural her husband would feel that way. And on top of that, the brother-in-law is being divorced for infidelity and more. Not to mention, all this started because of your constant harassment toward me. Don't you think he might already regret getting involved with you guys?
But they just got married. They're supposed to be enjoying their honeymoon phase. Instead, things have gotten awkward between them. I feel so bad for her. Can't you come back and help us show that our family gets along? Do it for her, please.
Why should I pretend to get along with people I despise just for her sake?
You despise us?
I absolutely hate all of you. You're nothing but arrogant thieves who can't control your own selfish desires. You're lowlifes who gang up on the weaker daughter-in-law to corner her. And when the tables turn, you're cowards who suddenly act like saints. Honestly, I don't even want to see your faces anymore. I deeply regret marrying Andrew and getting involved with full of such rotten, awful people.
I'm sorry. I get it now. We'll pay back all the money we took from you, I promise. So please just reconsider the divorce.
Absolutely not. I know you're worried about your retirement because all you have is a lazy, incompetent son with a low-paying job who wastes money. And a crooked daughter who thinks it's fine to spend my money as long as she doesn't get caught. And you're no better. You're just a petty bully who loves to pick on those weaker than you. I want nothing to do with any of you. Sure, your old age might be miserable, but that's your problem, not mine.
That's not what I mean.
Oh, so you're worried about appearances? I guess it'd look bad if people found out Andrew's infidelity and reckless spending drove his wife away, leaving him broke and drowning in debt after paying alimony. And on top of that, you secretly covered Sarah's wedding expenses and got cut off when it came to light. Yeah, I can see why you'd be a laughingstock. But honestly, you're such a joke already. You're terrible people, so why bother worrying about being laughed at?
Oh, come on. You don't have to say it so harshly. We really are reflecting on what we've done.
It's good that you're reflecting, but that's a responsibility you'll have to bear on your own. I'm done letting you all drag me down.
I never meant to drag you down. I was just trying to do what was best for the family.
Best for the family? If that's your argument, don't you think my life deserved some respect too? Not that it matters now.
Yes, it still does. We'll do better from now on.
From now on? The trust is already gone, and rebuilding it isn't going to be easy. I see no reason to come back to you anymore.
Oh no.
What happened to Amanda after all this was nothing short of poetic justice. She had to sell her house to pay off her debts and now lives alone in a tiny apartment. At first, she tried seeking help from relatives, but her past behavior of causing trouble for everyone came back to haunt her, and no one was willing to help. In the end, she's barely scraping by, juggling multiple part-time jobs. For someone as prideful as her, this reality must be unbearable. Rumor has it she kept falling behind on her debt payments, which caused trouble for her guarantors, leading them to cut ties completely. Thinking back to how she used to look down on me, seeing her fall so far is a bit shocking. But to be honest, I feel no sympathy for her. As for my ex-husband Andrew, his affair was exposed at work, resulting in a transfer to a branch office in the middle of nowhere. I heard he was eventually dumped by his girlfriend and has lost trust due to making multiple mistakes at work, leaving him completely isolated. Now he's stuck with the burden of repaying the debts, barely making ends meet. For someone lazy and incapable of planning ahead, this reality must be pretty harsh. But honestly, it's all his own fault. As for me, I'm enjoying my new job and a fresh start, finally living life on my own terms again. I'm even thinking about learning new languages or something once I have more time to spare.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.